All right, Bronx Nation. You know I'm normally the bloke with the glass half full. On the field, off the field, club decisions, jersey designs, sponsorship. I'm the one saying, relax, there's a plan, trust the process. The Broncos don't often miss. But today, let's just say the glass isn't half full. Because the Broncos, after the greatest year in the club's history, after turning Queensland into a maroon and gold carnival, have dropped a brand new logo. Just the third in 38 years. And mate, there's a bit to unpack. So strap in. This is the Old School Broncos podcast. G'day legends, welcome back to the Old School Broncos podcast, your fans' perspective and deeper thinking on all things Brisbane Broncos. Now, I am a lifelong Broncos tragic, and for those who might be new around here, a marketing professional by trade. A couple of decades in the game, actually. Branding, design, corporate identity, the whole circus. I've worked in and around major organisations long enough to recognise where a rebrand is strategic and when it's just decoration dressed up with big words. So I'm going to take you through the new Broncos rebrand properly. Not as an angry fan, not as someone chasing clicks, but as someone who understands how brand identity works and how it should work when you're dealing with a club as powerful, emotional, and culturally embedded as the Brisbane Broncos. We're going to break down what the new logo is, what the club says it means, why the rebrand happened, what it gets right, what it misses with, and finally, my verdict. The diplomatic gloves come off at the end. So let's dive in. So the Broncos unveiled their new logo, the same core design that surfaced months ago in that trademark application that set the rugby league world spinning. The horse, cropped, inside a shield, striped lines behind it, new colour execution, the word Brisbane at the top, no Broncos anywhere on the main mark, just like the leak, but polished. And packed with it, we got a refreshed cursive Broncos word mark, a new stylised B logo, the blaze, which to me looks like a cowboy spur, and a modernised full Brisbane Broncos word mark. Clearly a full brand system. Icon, primary mark, word marks, heritage reference, secondary devices. This wasn't a Friday afternoon decision. This is a 2-year project minimum. And it was signed off months ago, knowing the lead time on getting approvals from the NRL and having it on jerseys and other merchandise, which would have needed to be done back in February of this year. According to the Broncos marketing department, the horse is moving forward. The lines are the Brisbane River, and the shield is a nod to heritage. So, forward momentum, geographical identity, historical respect. And if you squint, sure, you can see where they're coming from. Colours are right, the shapes are intentional, the whole thing feels like it was built to appease corporate partners, not punters in Caxton Street. And behind all this, I'm informed, is that there's a vision tied directly to the 2032 Brisbane Olympics. Club wants a brand that screams Brisbane to the world, not just to Queenslanders, not just to league fans, to the billions of eyeballs landing on our city for 2 weeks in 2032. ASICS didn't sign on long-term for fun. They see the same thing. The Broncos as the global face of Brisbane, the unofficial sporting identity of the Olympic city. CEO David Donaghy released this statement this week. This rebrand is about pride, identity, and ambition. It reflects who we are, honours our past, and signals our commitment to being game changers, not just on the field, but across every part of the Broncos family, in sport, education, entertainment, and community. We are determined to be a symbol of Brisbane that inspires, connects, and resonates with fans near and far and carries the pride of our city onto the global stage of the 2032 Olympics and beyond. So it's right there, from the horse's mouth. That's the ambition. And honestly, nothing wrong with that at all. Nothing wrong with ambition. I'll be straight. This isn't a pile-on. There are a few things this rebrand nails. It's versatile. You can put it on merchandise, media walls, jerseys, digital assets. It works everywhere. It will sell. anything new sells with the Broncos. A massive fan base, fresh designs, novelty factor. Merch numbers will spike, especially with the NRL 2-year jersey rule. It means the jersey is the same as last year's, but the logo changes, which means people will buy it. It's contemporary. It aligns with global sporting branding trends. Minimalistic, geometric, corporate leaning, scalable. It's flexible. The full system, icons, initials, heritage wordmark, gives designers a lot of tools beyond the main logo. It future-proofs opportunities. Olympics, partnerships, international expansion. A clean corporate mark is easy to adopt worldwide. From a pure branding perspective, it ticks all the boxes. This is where it gets interesting. Rebrands usually come from a need to stay culturally relevant, unlocking new commercial opportunities, targeting a new audience, breaking from a troubled era, or signaling a new chapter. And on paper, this rebrand kind of hits those. So it's sort of on track. Now, sort of breaking from a troubled era, it doesn't get any better than winning everything in 2025. Now let's get into the not so great parts. This is where my professional background kicks in. 2 decades in design and marketing, inside organizations where brand identity actually matters, isn't just a shiny toy. Every decent brand has a personality, a soul, a set of values. But the purpose is simple: consistency, recognition, emotion, identity. And here's the issue. The rebrand is off-brand for the Broncos completely. The Broncos for 38 years have represented wild energy, Queensland toughness, unpredictable brilliance, entertainment, speed, chaos, magic. This new logo simply doesn't channel any of that. Where's the wild mane? Where's the roar? Where's the attitude? Where's the danger? Where's the sense that this thing could trample you in a blink? The original logo literally broke out of the boundaries of the shield. It lifted out of the space. It felt untamed. This one? The horse is cropped, contained, fenced in. A domesticated animal, not a bucking bronco. And the Brisbane River lines? Look, that screams after the fact justification. I've sat in 1,000 meetings where someone goes, how do we retrofit meaning to this design? That's what this feels like. Then there's the biggest swing and a miss. No Broncos on the logo at all. If you're trying to capture the global audience for the Olympics, they won't know what it is to start with. To an outsider's eye, this looks like a financial services company, a corporate advisory firm, a university, maybe a European equestrian brand. I can't even tell it's a Bronco. It looks like a stock horse or a Clydesdale at best, maybe even a chess piece. Almost anything except a gladiatorial entertainment powerhouse from Queensland. It doesn't scream rock star, showtime, blockbuster footy, which is literally what the Broncos have been for near 4 decades. So timing matters. You don't rebrand after the greatest year in a club's history, when people are proudly wearing jerseys, hats, shirts, getting tattoos, everything tied to the emotional high of 2025. A rebrand usually follows disaster, a circuit breaker. 2020 was a rebrand moment. Not now. Coming off a triple trophy year, the fan base is pumped, full of adrenaline, nostalgia, pride, unity. Dropping a rebrand now says that era is over. Here's the new chapter. It cuts emotional continuity, and people feel that, whether subconsciously or not. It puts pressure on the team to thrive now, or it adds to the pile-on. Just like the fall from grace in 2024 after the highs of 2023. And have you seen the online comments? Now, socials are a place for negativity and very little positive reinforcement. So it's getting the allotted amount of comments you would expect. But given the trademark application leaked months ago, most have had time to digest it. So these comments are, well, savage and justified. It's not just trolls, real fans, real critiques, real confusion. Most aren't angry because it's ugly. They're angry because it feels disconnected. All right, diplomatic gloves off. I've given the context, the reasoning, the good points, the vision, the corporate logic. All this stuff a fair reviewer should acknowledge. But here's the truth. This logo, for all its intentions, misses the soul of the Brisbane Broncos. I've softened on it over time. Seeing use does help, but it still doesn't hit the mark. It feels corporate, it feels conservative, it feels safe, it even feels European. It feels like a consultancy brand trying to look athletic. It does not feel like a club built on chaos, brilliance, magic, and Queensland swagger. And the biggest test of a logo? Is it better than what it replaces? My thoughts? No, it isn't. It's a move sideways at best. The previous logo wasn't perfect. For the record, I was never a fan of it, but it was timeless. It worked. It was ahead of its era in 2000 and still extremely relevant in the 2020s. This, maybe over time it'll grow on people. Winning does fix everything. Just like the movie The Castle, the more you watch it, the better it gets. But as of today, the glass isn't half full. It's dregs in the bottom, warm and flat. But it's not all doom and gloom, because while change can be upsetting, at least it's not this one from the Bulldogs. Now, while I've been critical that I think the logo represents someone that should be investing my super for me rather than the team I cheer on during winter, they're not as far off as they could be. Here are some quick evolutions to give you an idea of the direction I would have liked to see them go. Obviously, not put together over years with a team of designers, but thrown together quickly this afternoon to give you some scope of the direction I would have preferred. Same colour palette, same use of negative and positive space, same word marks, just wild, uncontained, and more in line with the Broncos I've known for the last 38 years. Whether you love the new logo, hate it, or sit somewhere in the middle, one thing will always remain. This club moves people. It sparks debate, it carries the pride of Queensland on its back. And we'll all be there when they run out next year, no matter what's on the chest. We charge on, even if the horse looks a little different. But let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'd particularly like somebody to share what elements they do like about it. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Oh, and whatever you do not turn the logo upside down. You cannot unsee that phallus. This is the Old School Broncos podcast. Let's go, Broncos.